Welcome to another episode of What's the Scoop podcast. I'm your host, SkewpzGotcha, aka Dre. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell. And yeah, man, this podcast, your favorite podcast, is on your favorite streaming apps like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music. Basically, every damn thing that you can think of that you can listen to a podcast on, What's the Scoop podcast is on there. Where we at? We at what? Episode 12? We're on episode 12. And we're going to be talking about the week 2 review. Before we get into that, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell. Be sure to share this with everybody. Everybody. Every damn body. But yeah, man, week 2, wild week. I typically do my picks every week. This week I went 8-8, 500, not bad. That before they made it 17 games, 8-8 would probably get me in the playoffs. So not bad. But yeah, 8-8 is what I went. We already discussed the Chiefs win against the Chargers from last Thursday night. If you want to check that out, that's on episode 11. The link to that will be in the description box below. On to the Indianapolis Colts next week. Could be a trap game. The Colts are 0-2. They've struggled. They got shut out against the Jaguars, so could possibly be a trap game. So Chiefs, don't sleep, stay focused. But now, what a wild week 2 weekend though. So it was like 3 comebacks. The Jets made a comeback. They were down 17-30 with less than 2 minutes to go, and somehow the Jets beat the Browns 31-30 in 2 minutes. That is pathetic, because I remember at one point in time I was watching that game and I was, Kevin Stefanski, the head coach for the Cleveland Browns, was, ready to celebrate and, get on the field and, celebrate, do his thing or whatever. But, yeah, bro, y'all end up losing by 1 point to the New York Jets. Joe Flacco, he basically went back into a time machine. His Super Bowl winning run. He's 37. But Flacco went 26 of 44, threw for 307, had 4 tuds though. Jacoby Brissett had a decent game. He actually did pretty damn good, actually. I mean, he went 22 of 27, 229, 1 TD, but he had that crucial pick at the end of the game, basically just the nail in the coffin, basically. But yeah, Flacco, he's holding on until Zach Wilson comes back from his injury. Speaking of that, I don't know what's the update on that. I have to look that up on Zach Wilson. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the Dolphins and the Ravens. I picked the Ravens to win this game in a blowout, actually. It started that way. The Ravens were up 28-7. I'm thinking, all right, 28-7, 9 on 10. Dolphins going to pack it in. Ravens probably going to end up winning this one 45-10 or 45-14 or something like that. No. It didn't happen that damn way. Dolphins end up winning 42-38. To me, that was the most entertaining game on Sunday. That's the game that I started out watching, and then I ended up just flipping back and forth, and then I ended up just settling for Red Zone. And they were just taking me back and forth through everything. But Tua, who basically everybody is saying that is basically a prove it year. This is year. What is this year? It's year 3 for Tua. So yeah, he got a ball out this year. Tua went 36 of 50, threw the ball 50 times, 50 times. He threw the ball 50 times, 36 of 50, 469 yards, 6 touchdowns. and 2 picks. Tua got two of the most dangerous wide receivers in football that he could throw the ball to. Tyreek Hill, it's crazy. Tyreek Hill had 11 catches for 190 and 2 tuds. Jalen Waddle had 11 catches for 171 for 2 tuds. I could have sworn that Baltimore had a decent secondary. I don't know what happened. But them boys got shredded like cheese, boy. My goodness, boy. That's crazy. Lamar still did his thing, though. Lamar, he was 21 of 29, 318 yards, three passing TDs, and then he had 119 rushing yards, 1 TD. I will say it every game, after every week. Pay that man. That man needs to be paid expeditiously. Like, by the time I get done talking about this, I need to be getting a notification via ESPN saying Lamar Jackson has signed his extension. He deserves at least $200 million guaranteed. But he's representing himself, so that kind of makes it tough on him. But I'm pretty sure the Baltimore Ravens will bounce back. Lamar Jackson, I think he gonna ball out. I did get a notification via fantasy football that he could be questionable. So he might have something lingering, but I don't think it's serious enough to where he's gonna miss a game. So I think he'll play next week. Oh my goodness! So speaking of another comeback, basically another fold. The Raiders. The Raiders folded like lawn chairs, basically, bro. They folded. Them boys folded. Folded like laundry. No lie, man. Raiders were up 23-7 with less than 9 minutes left in the game, and somehow, the Raiders will Raider, and they lost to the Cardinals 29-23 in overtime on the scoop and fumble. I seen one play where Kyler Murray he scrambling around or whatever, just dancing, directing traffic. Raiders wasn't getting no pressure at all, and Kyler Murray scrambled one way, turn around, do another one, and then he runs for a freaking touchdown. What happened? I don't know. The Raiders will Raider. Devontae Adams, he did have a touchdown, but I think he might have had 18 yards or something. I don't remember, but yeah. So that was another game, and I seen that Kyler Murray ended up getting hit by a fan, which is, come on now, we too grown for that, bro. Like, even if your team lose, you still gotta be respectful, bro. Like, we better than that. But at the end of the day, it's the Raiders, so nothing surprises me in the black hole. Oh, do they still call it the black hole? I don't even know. But who cares? How Stephen A. feels about the Dallas Cowboys is how I feel about the Las Vegas Raiders. It's been that way since I was born. I can't stand them, just like I can't stand the Denver Broncos. I can tolerate the Chargers, but I still don't like them either. But they got an actually good-ass team. So, but as far as the Raiders go and the Broncos go, yeah, never in life. But shout out to them, I guess. They took an L. But, yeah, the Bengals, they're 0-2. They're 0-2 to Dak Prescott-less Cowboys. They lost 20-17. I think it's just that offensive line, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. And then I don't know about their defense. Cooper Rush. I don't even know what Cooper Rush did as far as stats go. Let me look. Hold on. Let me see. Cooper Rush he outplayed. He had more than Joe Burrow. Cooper Rush had 235. Hold on. Let me see. What did he have? Let's do stats. Box score. Wow. Yeah, Joe Burrow was 24 of 36. He didn't even throw for 200 yards. He was sacked 6 times. That man has been sacked 13 times in the first 2 games of the year. 13, because he was sacked. It might be more than that. He might have been sacked 9 times. I don't know. I don't remember, but yeah, he was sacked a lot. The first game against the Steelers, but he was sacked 6 times. I don't know, man. They spend a lot of money on that Bengals O-line, but it's looking like y'all keep playing with fire, y'all want to. Joe Burrow keep getting hit like this. I mean, the man's only human, so don't wish no injuries on nobody. But it's not that's not a good that's not good. At least he's been sacked at least 13 times in the first 2 games of the season. That's not good. No bueno. Well, he was 24, 36, 199. Yeah, that's no good. Jamar Chase was 5 of 54. They said something about trade. They said Diggs locked him up, I guess. Cooper Rush was 19 of 31, 235, 1 TD. CD Lamb and them boys and Brown, they did their thing. Brown 5 receptions, 91 yards, 1 TD. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's not a good look for the Bengals. The Bengals are 0-2 to start the season. So, but it is what it is, though. The Colts, the Indianapolis, we're going to move on to the Indianapolis Colts. Colts have been basically a disappointment this year. I was saying this on Facebook in one of my sports groups. The Colts look worse with Matt Ryan at quarterback than they did with Carson Wentz. They look worse. Mike Reach could possibly be fighting for his job too. He might be one of the ones that might not finish the season. If they keep losing, it's possible that 9 out of 10. I'm pretty sure everybody got the Chiefs winning next week, and the Colts could possibly go to 0-3. But going 0-3 and then basically all you needed to do is win against the Jaguars last year and get in the playoffs, and then you fold and you don't get in the playoffs. I don't know, man. And then you guys kind of finished kind of strong towards the end. People at one point in time, people were talking about the Colts as the best team. One of the best teams in football. Who was it? Who was saying that? Was it Jeff Saturday? Jeff Saturday was talking about it last year. Dan Orlowski, he was talking about him. But yeah, and they just folded. They didn't get in the playoffs. So, yeah, and they're starting 0-2, possibly 0-3, and yeah, Mike Reach could possibly not finish this season as head coach. Now, I don't never wish anybody should get fired or anything like that, but yeah, it could possibly be gone. If they turn it around, then yeah, if they win against the Chiefs, then they could possibly save his job, but going 0-3, and then because who do they got next week? Who do they have next week? They got jeez. They're not 0-2. They tied. Okay, so I guess they tied. They tied against the Houston Texans in week 1, and this will be their home opener. So they start the first 2 games on the road, so they could be fighting. They could be be hyped up about the crowd. So this, like I said, this could be a sleeper. This could be a trap game for the Chiefs, for my Chiefs. But if they lose to the Chiefs, that's them 0-2-1, and then they got the Titans, they got the Broncos, the Jaguars, Titans. Yeah, they could possibly start out 0-4-1. And yeah, I think if they go 0-4-1, I think they'll probably end up firing him. But hey, we'll see. We'll see. But another guy that possibly could be fighting for his job is Mike Vrabel. Titans basically look a mess. 2 weeks in, maybe they'll turn it around. We'll see. They were the number 1 seed in the AFC last year. We'll see. But it's looking like that whole feed Derrick Henry the ball and rely on Ryan Tannehill to basically close the show when we need him, or call and rely on him when he's needed or whatever. Ryan Tannehill, I don't think that's the formula to getting a job done in Tennessee. Yeah, I still don't understand why they got rid of A.J. Brown. I get it that they were having contract issues or whatever, but yeah, I don't understand that. Hell, I don't even know who the Titans starting wide receivers are at this point. But you might have to go with Malik, the rookie, to see what he got. I get it. They put him in basically in mop-up duty. But that could, at this point, Mike Vrabel, we got to go with the rookie and see what we got. And yeah, people be like, oh, well, how's Mike Vrabel fighting for his job and this, and this? Because it's been nothing but disappointments. They were the number 1 seed and lost to the Cincinnati Bengals at home in the playoffs as the number 1 seed, yo. No, they didn't make the AFC Championship and they were the number 1 seed. So, yeah, I don't know. Tennessee Titans Chiefs have sent them home. Joe Burrow has sent them home. Hell, I think we might have sent them home twice. So, yeah, at some point, yeah, you're producing and but you're not getting us over the hump. So, a lot of owners and general managers, they get impatient and they're like, oh yeah, I think we're there, but I feel like we're missing something, and it could be another coach or something. Hell, Sean Payton just came out and said that if the right opportunity presents itself, he'll come back to coach. But we all know where he's going to end up going. I feel like Sean Payton's going to end up as a Dallas Cowboy head coach probably in the next 2 years, probably. Mike McCarthy will probably finish this year out. He gets a pass because Dak is hurt. But, yeah. Other than that, man, yeah, the Titans, like I said, Titans look a mess. Henry hurting his foot last year. It just reminds me of how we ran Larry Johnson in the ground. And Larry Johnson hurt his foot. He broke his foot against the Green Bay Packers, and he just was never the same after that. Yeah, I'm hoping that Derrick Henry is different, but getting that type of workload, you can be in the best shape of your life, at the same time your bones and your body is like, no, we're not doing this. So, but yeah, they played on Monday night. They played against the Buffalo Bills, and the Tennessee Titans got smoked like a pack of backwoods, 41-7. Shit. Not gonna lie, the Buffalo Bills, they look like they're on a mission. They look like their main goal is to beat Kansas City in the postseason and get to the Super Bowl. That's just, it's beat Kansas City and get to the Super Bowl, and that's it. That 13 seconds is haunting them. They look like they're on a mission. Josh Allen went 26 of 38, 317 yards, 4 TDs. Diggs was basically out there by himself. The man run a route, Josh Allen just throw it up. I mean, basically, all Diggs would have to do was just wave his hand like, hey, bruh, I'm open. He had 12 catches, 148 yards, and 3 TDs. Jeez. I should have got Stephon Diggs as my damn wide receiver, yo. Because, damn. But, yeah, Buffalo Bills. In the AFC right now through 2 weeks, it's looking like AFC Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, and then everybody else afterwards. That's what it's looking like. Chiefs, Bills, and it's just everybody else. But Buffalo, they got a game. They got a game on the road, which should be a test. But it might not be a freaking test. Buffalo got a nice ass defense. But they got Tua and Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and them boys. They go down to Miami to battle them. Two of them just lit up the Baltimore Ravens secondary. So with I don't know what the update on Tre'Davious White for the Buffalo Bills, but we'll see. Yeah, they got their hands full, but as right now, it's Buffalo and Kansas City and everybody else afterwards. Yeah. We're gonna move over to the NFC. We're gonna talk about the Minnesota Vikings. Basically, they look shell shocked in Philly in the second Monday night game. Losing 24-7. Jalen Hurts went 26-31, 333 yards, 1 TD, 1 INT. He had 11 rushes, 57 yards for 2 TDs. Yeah, Devontae Smith had 80 yards. Goddard had 82 yards. A.J. Brown had 69 yards. Jalen Hurts just spread the ball around. He did his thing. A lot of people are saying that what was it, after on Tuesday morning, a lot of people were saying, oh, I can see the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna say no names, but you know. Yeah. But I mean, at this point, the NFC is wide open right now because I mean, hell, the Rams, they struggled against the Atlanta Falcons. Jalen Ramsey, he had to get a game-winning pick to basically close them out. Yeah, Saints, they don't look like world beaters. They lost to the Buccaneers at home, and then the Buccaneers offense is struggling, but Todd Bowles' defense, he got them boys. Sheesh, that defense, I don't know. That defense could be a problem for a lot of people in the NFC. Green Bay, they got their dub. They played against Chicago. 49ers, they having an issue. I mean, Trey Lance just hurt his ankle, so he's basically done for the season. Yeah. So the NFC is wide open. So I guess you can possibly see, if you really think about it, I guess you can possibly see the Minnesota Vikings playing in the Super Bowl, but I still got the Minnesota Vikings coming out and representing it possibly. I don't know. I got them as my sleeper team. So we'll see. Kirk Cousins. When it comes to prime time, I think the Minnesota Vikings, their fans and their organization should go to the NFL and the scheduling people. Like, please keep us off prime time. Please. with Kirk Cousins as our quarterback. Kirk Cousins was 27 of 46, 221, 1 TD, and 3 picks. Yeah, Kirk Cousins, my goodness, my brother. Hope they bounce back next week. We'll see. But yeah, the Minnesota Vikings looked a little lost in Philly this past Monday. But hell, the 49ers, they have basically a good problem on their hands with Jimmy G taking over for injured Trey Lance. Jimmy G, the offense they just ran normal. It just ran smoother. I don't know. I can't really say much because Trey Lance, his first start, he played in messy conditions in Chicago. It was water every damn where, basically. It's basically like they was playing football in the pool. But yeah, I feel like they open up the offense a lot more with Jimmy G. I don't know if Jimmy G has a better arm than Trey Lance. I don't know. But I don't know because I've only seen not that much tape on Trey Lance. But hope Trey Lance gets better. I think from what I remember correctly, I think Trey Lance might be done for the season with the ankle injury. But if Jimmy G takes them far again in the playoffs, if he takes them to another NFC Championship and potentially a Super Bowl, then that could spell problems in the Bay, and it can get a little sticky. Cause if Jimmy G on his resume, well, I got you guys an NFC Championship, or they potentially go again, I got you guys another NFC Championship. And then I got you guys I'm 2-1 in NFC Championship games. So, or it might be more. He might have had more games than that, but yeah. So, yeah, it could get a little sticky in the Bay. Sticky icky, ooh wee. But yeah, man. It was a weird week 2, but I love it. I love football Sundays. I love when football happens and stuff like that. I just love it. What we got? But yeah, man. Whatever. But week 2 in the books. I'll be back later on this week with my picks for week 3. Hopefully I go better than 8-8. I went 8-8 this week, so 500. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I won't keep you guys any longer. Yeah, man, it's your boy SkewpzGotcha. Be sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, man, hit that bell.